Hey guys, it's Rhea here and welcome back to another build episode. Now, I was thinking about what I could potentially build and I came up with a small challenge for myself. I usually never play with the tiny living stuff pack too much. More specifically, I never play with the tiny home residential, which provides a challenge in building a micro, tiny, or small home. So what I wanted to do in this episode and the following 3 episodes is basically build a home that is micro, tiny, and a small home. So in this case, in this episode, we will focus on the micro home, which is only 32 tiles. So if we go over here, this is all we have to work with. And I also wanted to make it a container home. Now, I am building on a 20 by 15 lot in Newcrest. And what I wanted to actually do is have these containers be somewhat like this. But I don't think we are able to do that with the micro home. So for the micro home, we will probably go for a very basic shape, just one container, maybe even with a medium wall height as well. And I will go ahead and see what I want to do with the exterior, where I want to add the walls and organize everything as best as possible. I also want to utilize as much of the surrounding area as possible, as well as the roof. So I'll see you guys once I have the basic shape done. Okay, I do believe we have our shape done. There was nothing much I could really change. I did, however, open up the side so it looks like it's a double door. Perhaps I will also put a deck over here just to kind of have a small terrace area. This is the door I chose. It's from Eco Lifestyle. Basically everything over here is Eco Lifestyle and base game so far. I kind of thought these windows, like punched out, look very nice, and over here some basic windows for the bathroom. Now on the inside I went with kind of a double color moment, with these two walls being in this nice orangey yellow and these two basically in red. We also have tiles over here in the bathroom and tiles on the floor as well, and I went with an eco lifestyle, also wood flooring for the inside. I do believe, however, we will maybe have to scoot some things around, maybe even move the shower on the outside. I'm not necessarily sure. Oh, I have placed 64. Oh, because of this roof, I believe. I don't necessarily want the 64 tiles. Okay, I will try and fix this issue and bring you guys right back. Okay, I did manage to figure out what the issue was. It was indeed the half wall I put up there to have like a small sunbathing area. I basically had to remove the wall, redo it again, leave one gap, and put a ladder over here just to negate the other 32 tiles that were showing up here. Okay, now that that is fixed, we might even change the swatch on the ladder, but not for now. For now, I want to start and lay out this house with you, this container house. So let's go ahead and go delete the filters, because I do want to play with some of the Dreamcomb decorator items, which means I will put a mini fridge over here. On top of that, I will go with, let's actually try and match the colors we have going on over here. This is maybe not a particularly matching swatch color, but it's all good. Maybe they have it in orange. No, no orange, but they do have it in green, which kind of matches our green on the outside. We will also need 2 counters, I believe, or a counter and a standalone sink. Let's see. Let's actually filter through Tiny Living, because I do want to use as much Tiny Living stuff as possible. There we go. We have this kind of little sink, which I do believe I will put in the bathroom over here. Perhaps even change the swatch to a white. Let's actually keep it like this. And before I continue doing anything else, actually we can use the Tiny Living lights as well. Over here, maybe these ones, center them, and change the swatch to these. Yeah, I like these. I like these. Okay, the lighting is a bit messy because we do have an open space over here. But let's go ahead and choose the blue variant for this. And also maybe center it for now. Alright, so we do need counters. That's something we do want to prioritize. Maybe Dream Home Decorator will do. Or actually, let's go with something more industrial since we are in a container. Let me check these swatches. This is too dark, and this one kind of looks nice. So I will try and do it like this. Maybe even that's too much. Or actually, let's go ahead and choose the glass stove as well. I like this. I like this. Okay, let's select a bin. I love this one from Snowy Escape, so I will grab it and use this swatch. Or the white one. No, let's leave it at this. It kind of merges into the interior more. Okay, so on this side over here, what do I want to do over here? Let's try and squeeze a dining table. Yes, let's go ahead and do that. We can choose these ones from Eco Lifestyle. I do want to see again if we have something from Tiny Living. We don't. Actually, let's filter through all what we have from Tiny Living. We do have this one. This one could work really well, and I don't think the door will be an issue unless we can actually scoot this over here like so. So this won't be an issue at all now, I think. And let's grab chairs as well if they have them. They should have them. I hope they do. Yes, they do. And let's go with an orangey swatch. And also change the swatch on the table. Maybe in black. I do like it in black, yes. Okay, so what we have next, we also need to find a place for our couch, for our bed. And I do want to use the... goodness me, the bunk bed. So let's go ahead and see what our options are. Probably one from Dream Home Decorator again. Perhaps even like this. Maybe scoot it over here a little bit and see if we can change the swatch to something that's more fitting. This! I like this. We can also delete this and work around with the living room over in this area without the door being in the way. Or actually, we can try and scoot the door over here. Maybe a bit closer, and then put the sink over there. So we have a room. So we have room for a shower and a toilet later on. Okay, let's go ahead and choose the Tiny Living TV. Or maybe not even the Tiny Living TV one, because I hope this wouldn't go into the bed, but it does. So let's grab this from Dream Home Decorator. Change the swatch so it matches a bit more with the wood. Then also grab a TV, and we can probably grab the books to have a bookshelf. And I do believe we will put the couch over here, add some other skill items, and also furnish the bathroom as well. So I think I will cut the video here, play a bit around with the layout, how I want it to look like, and then bring you guys back. Here it is. I've finished up the container, or small container home. Before we go on the inside, I just want to show you the exterior first. I put up two sunbathing chairs, as well as a parasol. I've also put two solar panels, and I've added a small relaxation area over here. We also have some planters and a kind of used up basketball hoop, and then on the front I've added a cute little bicycle, as well as a mailbox. On the back side there is nothing except for the trash can. Now if we go inside, it's kind of cluttered, it's messy. I did end up exchanging the chairs for the industrial loft kit chairs, and I've also used quite a bit of stuff from that pack as well, including the rug and these plants that I love using as a divider between spaces, especially if we have this long type of building where you do need to section off parts, but I don't necessarily like using half walls for that. I did end up using Tiny Living pictures with these leaves. Those are my favorites. Those are my go-to. I've also cluttered a lot over here on these kind of windowsills. I've added some curtains as well for privacy, some Dream Home Decorator stuff. This is our closet, as well as this one from Tiny Living. I've added a small desk over here and exchanged this for the standalone version rather than the one that was on the wall. And for the bathroom, there's nothing spectacular really going on. I've added the Tiny Living sink from the beginning. I've added the Tiny Living mirror, as well as some clutter and the shelf. I ended up let me turn around. I ended up using the shower from Snowy Escape, and once again the toilet and the small bathroom shelf from Tiny Living. Now what I want to do next is basically add some more privacy to it and add some landscaping, so let's go ahead and do that together for the beginning. I'm not necessarily sure what kind of trees I want to go with just yet, but I will try and choose. These are my usual go-tos, so I do believe I will put one or two, maybe size it down, like two of these over in this area. If this one would move, there we go. I love using these. These are my go-to, as well as this one. I usually put this one on the back. Whoever has watched any of my speed builds will notice that I usually frequently use these. Can also use this one, maybe somewhere on the front, or actually on the back over here. I do believe that's all for the trees, unless I find something else. This is kind of nice. That could go over in this area and add a bit of shade to it. This is actually quite nice. I don't even want to size it up or size it down. It will flip through over here a bit, but that doesn't really matter. I can actually go ahead and swap this for this. Like so. So we have some trees over here, some trees over here. Now I don't want to touch anything over here except add some terrain paint. Maybe some dirt, because you do run around, play basketball and all. Maybe even a small dirt path leading over here. We'll also add dirt over here and over here. And I think I will wrap this up off camera and bring you back once the whole thing is done. And here we are with the finished exterior. Now I did use a lot of debug for this, especially these fairy lights over here as well as over here from Cottage Living. There's also a lot of plans, both debug and non-debug, from Cottage Living mostly again, and also Romantic Garden, which I adore as a stuff pack, I believe it is. We also have these hanging tree lights over here to add to the atmosphere, and it is a bit on the planty side, which is how I usually make my builds, but I think it adds to the privacy, it adds to this very charming effect of a container turned home for a single sim, and that's basically it. Now I do hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you liked this build. I hope you liked watching me create this. And if you want to be in the loop, if you want to know what I'm up to, if you want to know all the updates concerning Sims videos as well as other videos, you are more than welcome to follow me on my Twitter, which is @RheaPlaysYT, and you can also follow me on the Instagram, on the official, under quotation marks, Instagram profile for the channel, which is @RheaPlays. And as usual, my Simstagram is simbuildsbyrhea. I will upload this build and you will be able to find it on the gallery under bewitchedbystars, which is my origin ID. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope I will see you in the next episode, where we will turn this micro home into a tiny home with 64 slots. And yeah, that's basically it. I'll see you guys then. Bye!